All right, so look, I've already pre-assembled this, okay? Because number one, you have to like check to make sure you did everything right to this day, and so far I did. And what I'm looking for now is the measurement from here to here, okay? Here, boom. See that right there? 6 7/8, 6 7/8, and 6 7/8. Now, I did all that math ahead of time to lay all this out so I could get that, right? And you saw what I had to do to get that. I mean, like break out the calculator, do the fractions, decimals, fractions to decimals, scratching it on paper, trying it out, you know, doing my layout, stuff like that. You know, and I finally got it, and I checked it, and I double checked it, and man, life is good. All right. So now I know that I can cut all of these pieces the exact same size, and they will fit theoretically. On the tenoner over there, you have the setup, you have the fence set to cut at 2-inch tenon. We need it reset back at 1.5 inches. I'm gonna do that in a minute, okay? And the reason why it needs to be set at 1.5 inches and we do 1.5 inch tenon is because whenever we make the pieces, I need long tenons to go into here, and then I'll have the long tenon, theoretically, if it goes through there, I just cut it off, right? And so I make the piece complete with the tenon on both ends to just give me what I need, and then I cut the tenon off as I need it. So I want it to fit in here, okay? And then, you know, I'll just cut off my tenon, you know, for my length. So this tenon here is 1.5 inches, and that tenon is 1.5 inches. Right, see that? Boom, 1.5 inches. I flip it over, 1.5 inches. And the reason I do that is because whatever my measurement is, in this case it's 6 7/8, all I have to do is add 3 inches, which is 1.5 times 2. So I add 3 inches to my 6 7/8 to get 9 7/8, right? I could go with a tenon that's 1 9/16 inches, you know, or some crazy measurement, but then the math is hard. And so I don't need hard math, it's already hard enough. So I just do 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches to 3 inches. So my 6 7/8 turns into 9 7/8. Life is good. I need to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these times 6. I need 36 pieces, 9 7/8, right? And so that's what I'm going to do now. Is I'm going to cut those guys, and I'm going to see if I can make them fit in here, and Kenny's going to help. Okay, so contained in these blocks, I've got 3 here and 3 there. Right, so I'm going to split it in half, and I'll cut exact same size tenons at the same time. This is why we do a test piece, because the 1.5 inch tenon we're going to cut here is a relative 1.5 inches. Right? It might be a big 1.5 inches, it might be a little 1.5 inches, and what that's going to affect is my overall finished length. Right? It might be 6 7/8, it might be 6 7/8 strong, it might be 6 7/8 weak. And depending where that 6 7/8 lands, it's going to determine how it fits in there. So we'll set it up and cut a test piece first, see if we've got our tools dialed in properly, and then once we know everything's dialed in, then we'll go ... cut them all good. Okay, so that's what's happening now. We've got our test block, right? Let's see if it really is 6 7/8. Man, Look at it. I want you to see that, okay? Look and see how it's it could be considered a small 6 7/8. I mean, it's right on the money, okay? But we'll see. If everything's right, it should slide in. Oh yeah, see that? That fits in really nice.
Wow.
Okay, cool. But let's test the other spaces, right? Good. Okay. See how tight that is, even at the top. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's gonna be a good fit. So we're good. All right. So now what we do, okay, is we're gonna go ahead and cut our cope on there. All right, and finish off the tenons. Put the cope on there. We'll split it into 3 pieces over the table saw. Run it on the machine, and then see if it fits. Oh, it's nice. Everything's fitting really nice in there. You can see what the tenons need to do, okay? This side is going to be a long tenon. On these two, a short tenon. That shorties, we call it a stub tenon. So I got a long and a stub, 2 stubbies, kind of a half tenon and a stubby. All of that is included in the pieces that I have. I just size them however I want. Okay? So got this nice Japanese saw here, and I will just take it, and there's my stub. There's my stub. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
What is the standard measurement for a stub?
Short enough so that the 2 pieces don't cancel each other out in the middle. Those 2 stubs can't be so long that they interfere with this touching. See that? See how like they don't meet in the middle? If they're a little bit long, then they'll meet and then it'll spread the sash out. If that's right there is short enough so that it's actually sticking inside the mortise and locking in. Okay, that's there. Okay, I'll put this in front of you, in front of the camera. See this guy? Oh yeah, fits right there. Boom. Okay. Drop him in place. And maybe how about put this thing together like that. Oh, that's nice. Okay. How about I do this side next? All the way in. Nice. Wow. Beautiful, he says. All right. Let's try this. Let's put this one on. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave him a little loose. Let's leave him a little loose there. Perfect. Okay, that fits. Oh, Ouch, pinch my finger. Boom. Isn't that nice? Let's see, everything is as it should be, and it'll all fit together. Oh yeah. So now I'm sliding down this line right here, and that line right there, and this line right here. See this little line? See how straight that is? That's what you look. If there's a, you don't want there to be any bow in it. What that means is that our intermediary muntins are the right size. So, dun dun dun. I like it.